All right. Hello and welcome. If you don't mind introducing yourself and letting us know when you joined the program, that'd be fantastic, Margie.
Well, I joined around early January or late January in the program and found it on the internet, was very intrigued by the ideas that Anna was going over, was excited, saw the webinar, joined up immediately, immediately, and just began, I went straight to the recipes because I was like, I have to see what she's cooking. And then I backtracked and started going through the modules, and I've learned so much. Not just about cooking, but adding things that were much healthier than what I thought was healthy. And even simple things for me, like how to properly hold the knife when you're mincing. I kept saying, I can't mince, but that's not true. No one had ever taught me how to hold the knife properly to do it. The little things that she puts into the program makes it so much easier to do the bigger things.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. That was so sweet. I'd love to talk about your weight and blood numbers prior to joining the program, if you don't mind sharing them.
No, not at all. I've had a weight issue up and down for years, since about my 30s. I was a little skinny girl when I was a kid, you know, but recently, more recently, my weight was starting to like go up, 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 and I didn't know how to make it go down, 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 because all the things I had tried in the past, you know, you lose a little, well, I'll put it this way. I was losing the same 10 pounds over and over and over and over again. And it was just very annoying, very annoying. And when I started cooking the homemade way, I immediately lost 10 pounds without even trying, just eating. And since then, I've just recently, I shared that I got into a skirt that I literally could not even get up my thighs before, because I was up to like 199. I'm down to 187 now.
That's amazing.
I'm so excited about that. And I'm excited that my husband, he enjoys the food that I cook. So.
Yeah, well, how could he not? Those pictures you're posting are gorgeous. Invite me over for dinner anytime. Had you been experiencing any other blood number issues like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or?
Well, I have all of those things, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I take medicine for cholesterol, high blood pressure. I don't take medicine for diabetes, but I check my blood sugars. But my blood sugars were getting a little out of whack, mostly because I wasn't eating right, not paying attention to what I was eating. Actually, I would just put something in my mouth, you know, and then afterwards I go, why did I eat that? You know you can't eat that. Well, it would be too late. But so my numbers were kind of like up and down. What surprised me is that the medical group, one of the medical groups that I go to, they thought my blood sugars were fine. To me, they weren't. They were like in the 160s. And I thought that was really weird that they thought this was great. And so I told them, I said, I don't think that's not acceptable to me. I need to do better than that. And so when I started eating the homemade way, I did still have to be careful in the beginning when I ate certain things. But now it's gotten to the point where I can eat them when I want to, and not overdo it still. But like this morning, my blood sugar was like 124. That's where I want it in the morning, because mine tend to go up at night. It goes down during the day. I don't care what I eat during the day. My blood sugar goes down to like 88. But at night, it creeps up. And so 124 this morning was perfect.
Right on. Well, it sounds like you're really learning how to listen to your body. It's something sounds like you've been doing for a little while, but have honed in with the life-changing cooking program. So fantastic to hear that you are advocating for yourself. You know, when someone says your blood sugar is fine and you're not feeling like it's fine, you are taking charge and being an advocate for your own health. And we love hearing that. It's all about listening to your body and doing self-care, eating nourishing foods that help heal your body. So you're doing a fantastic job. We're proud of you. Wonderful. So love to talk to you a little bit about your results. You said you've already lost 10 pounds. Have you seen any changes with your blood numbers? You're saying that it was up at 160 and now it's to about to 120.
Yeah, we're down to 124. And I base that on my morning blood sugars because that's when they would be high. I
Yes.
base that on my morning blood sugars. And so
Okay.
definitely. It went like from the
Fantastic.
160 to 140. It got better and better, 130.
Yeah. It takes time to heal. It's fantastic that, I mean, you're seeing the improvements from what it usually takes years to get these disorder, these numbers that are out of whack, and then to get them reorganized and rebalanced. It takes time, but you're doing it in a really fast pace. I mean, in less than a year, you've been able to improve pretty drastically. So that's incredible. What about your cholesterol? Have you seen any improvements there?
The cholesterol, well, I still take cholesterol medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always great. It's always great. Medication. I think it's great basically because I take the medication.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't tried to not take my cholesterol medicine and
Okay.
see what the results would be. I have not done that yet.
Yes. Well, that's something you definitely want to talk with your doctor about before you do anything drastic like that. Maybe something in the future as you continue to heal from the inside out, something to approach. So I'd love to talk to you a little bit about what your cooking was like before homemade, and then transition into what it's like now.
Okay, before homemade, I thought I was cooking kind of healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I was compared to what I had been cooking before, but when I started doing homemade, I realized it wasn't really quite that healthy. I was following, we weren't dieting, my husband and I, but I had followed a diet plan of different foods to choose from a diet plan. And it was healthier than what we used to eat, I'll put it that way. But what I didn't realize is that way was also full of salt. It was also full of sugars, sugar. And my husband he'd lose weight, I wasn't losing anything. But I also wasn't feeling very good either because I wasn't feeling good about myself. And my weight was heavy. I was uncomfortable, even for my own self. I'm a little short lady. I'm only 4'11", and so that's a lot of weight on a body that's short. And so I was very uncomfortable. But the cooking now, the way I cook now, I feel better. And I had told my husband that recently. I said, there's something going on. I feel different. At first I couldn't place it. I kept saying, I said, all up in here. He said, oh Lord, what is that? And I said, I don't know. I feel different. And I said, maybe I feel more awake. I feel like I have more energy, And he said, you have been able to hang a little bit lately, better than you did before, because I have health issues where I'm a cancer survivor. I had some health issues even after the bone marrow transplant. It was a long journey back, So it left some what I call deficits. But I had noticed that maybe one or two of those deficits I wasn't feeling by cooking and eating the homemade way. I said, well, this must really been what I needed all this time. It was perfect because that's what my oncologist said. Just eat healthy and enjoy your life.
Beautiful. Well, I love those words. Eat healthy and enjoy your life. Definitely words to live by. I'm also so happy that you're feeling energized. And, sometimes it is like when you enter a new phase of your life and you are, you're a cancer survivor. That is a huge task on its own to process. But you're doing this continually because you're continuing to heal and take care of your body, and you're understanding that your body is shifting head to toe, like emotionally, physically, through this process of eating healthy food. You're lifting all this weight of processed garbage that we put in, and you're finding that you do feel awake. You feel awakened, if you will, and that's amazing. That is just such a beautiful transformation. Um, such a, music to our ears. So, so you mentioned something like about you used to cook unhealthy, and just to like give us an idea of what that looks like. That means so many things to so many different people. Like,
Yeah, like I used to cook unhealthy, like I would use, because I thought it would taste really good, you know, like if you cooked, say if you had some bacon, and then I would fry the eggs in the bacon grease, and all that kind of stuff, or
yeah,
if I would have some sausage and I would cook my grits in the sausage juice,
mm,
salt, 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 right? Salt, 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 grease, 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 grease.
yeah,
I did a lot. I did stop frying many years ago, but when I would go out, I would still eat fried foods. But that's the only time I ate them is when I went out. But I
yes,
didn't. But I didn't know about healthier things like the flax seeds and the chia seeds, and I didn't know about those things. I didn't know about farro, and I didn't know about these other healthy grains that could be eaten and fixed in the food, and and make you feel so much better.
yeah.
In fact, my husband called me today and he said, because I pack his lunch every day, and he said, "What was that you gave me today?" And I said that was some baked turkey thighs that I had seasoned up. I said, and some rice and farro. And he said,
Mm.
it was really good.
Oh,
It
that's
was really good.
sweet. That's so sweet. I love that he's on board, and it's incredible. You're discovering all these different whole grains. Sounds like you've introduced a wide range of fibers to your food, which will always make you feel better because just it makes whole of your digestion work better.
Mhm.
So that's fantastic. So happy to hear that. And I am a sucker for fried food as well. So I feel you on that. Giving up some of the, I definitely still indulge occasionally, but those things are hard. Um, so yeah, definitely feel you. Let's talk about mindset. You mentioned just like how you feel different. How has the mindset portion of this program been beneficial, or how has it helped you achieve some of your health goals?
I think for me, the biggest thing about the mindset for me is those two words, eating for nourishment and satisfaction. So when I would grab those pretzels in the past, and if I do something like that, I go, this isn't nourishing. So I try to stick to those two things. I learned about having a positive mindset through illness, but that helps you heal. So I take that same principle and apply it with homemade. And nourishment and satisfaction will take you a long way in just remembering to apply it. You have to apply it. Just do it. At the Nike commercial, just do it. But it does make a difference, and you'll enjoy your food so much more. I enjoy it so much more.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I couldn't agree more. I'm a very big, like I get such satisfaction from eating delicious food that makes me feel good. So I
Mhm.
absolutely can agree with that. That's wonderful. And that's so incredible. You've been able to transfer this positive energy you've been able to put forth towards your own health through surviving cancer into this program. This is such a huge part of your whole
Yeah.
health and whole being is to think about everything positively, even if it's a challenging situation.
Hmm.
Approach will be so helpful. So thank you for bringing that up. That's fantastic. We love hearing that. And we can see it. I mean, you have got a huge smile on your face right now. You're always beaming positivity in the members only group. It's really incredible. You're really encouraging of other members. And as someone that's been in our program for almost a year, that's like you're a veteran in our community. So we appreciate your hard work to encourage those who feel lost or feel negative or feel down themselves. There's a lot of that happens with these huge transitions. It can be really hard, and everyone
Hmm.
has their own different shoes that they're walking in. So
Exactly.
yeah, let's dive into the members of the group a little bit. If you don't mind talking a little bit about how you feel about the community and things that you find beneficial from the members only group.
I totally love the homemade method community. And it's so funny because, I have a Facebook page and everything, but I really spend more time on homemade method now than the other. And my friends are all like, where have you been? You know? And then I tell them, and I tell them to check it out. I tell them where I've been and I tell them to check it out. And I tell them, I said, I just love it. And even on Sunday, one of the ladies at the church, she said, you've been eating differently. Because I shared like some of the recipes I would make up, And she said, you're eating differently. She said, and you seem different. I said, I feel better. And I told them all about homemade method. And they wrote it down. So I hope they look it up.
Yes.
They look it up. Because
Yes.
it's really made a difference for me in my life. It has.
Absolutely. That is so beautiful. We love that you're sharing and spreading the word of nourishing eating in a way that's fantastic. And that your community, your church, your community is noticing that something's different. That means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
You can see that there's a change. That's what we're looking for. Means because you can feel so different, but to have other people perceive that change that's really incredible. And it's really affirming, right? When other
I know. I was like,
you
yes.
look amazing, like you seem like you feel amazing. Thank you, I do. That's what we want. Awesome. Well, that's fantastic. I think we've covered everything that I wanted to cover today, so thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure.